My father was not military, he was a civilian. However, the entire military families embraced our family. And as I look out amongst all of you, I'm very humbled. And on behalf of the families, I would like to thank you for recognizing our loved ones for what they endured 35 years ago. As you can see, the emotions are still very raw. And we all, as family members, still have very open emotions today. The effects of everything that we went through are still with us on a daily basis. I know that our time is very brief to be up there to thank you for the recognition. So I'd like to turn the mic over to somebody who's not quite as emotional, Colonel Roeder. Thank you.
Well, Governor McCrory, Congressman Pittenger, Mayor Codfelter, members of the Citadel Alumni Association,
Good dog.
the Commissioner Fuller, ladies and gentlemen, and young people. We have a very short time to thank John and the Carolinas Freedom Foundation for this magnificent, awesome display. I'm going to use that very short period of time to create a scenario for you. Let's suppose if it was possible for you to interview some of the magnificent young Americans I've been privileged to serve with, to fly with, to cry with when we lost one of our colleagues in combat. And for the last 10 years or so of my 28-year career to lead as a commander. Let's further suppose that you were to ask them to describe my leadership style in order to. I hope their responses would include traits like professional, maybe even fair. Those individuals I was required to get back on track would probably say things like stern, maybe demanding. One trait, however, that I'm absolutely sure would not readily come to mind under those circumstances would be humble. Be that's just the way I'm wired, and I know it. Be that as it may, this morning I stand before you as a man that is both honored and humbled. I am honored and humbled to be in the presence of North Carolina's nationally recognized Governor Pat McCrory. It isn't every day that one gets to come face to face with a leader he voted for. Twice. Likewise, I am humbled and honored to have met again with the founder of this great organization and a truly American hero, Colonel Quincy Collins. Not many of you may know this, but Colonel Collins and I share some career similarities. We are both fighter pilots. Not were, are fighter pilots. We both flew the same single-engine, single-seat aircraft, the F-105 Thunder Chief, more affectionately known as the Thud. Since if you lost that one single engine, the aircraft had all the aerodynamics of an anvil. And I think it's highly likely that both Colonel Collins and I attacked some of the same targets in downtown Hanoi during the course of the Vietnam War. I'm also honored and humbled that the Carolina Freedom Foundation has reached back into our nation's history to remember what happened to 52 of your fellow Americans and their families 35 years ago last Tuesday, back in 1979. Very possibly a time when many of you were either very, very young or weren't even born yet. Unlike last Tuesday, that November 4th was not one of America's finest hours. And finally, I am both humbled and greatly honored to have been selected, along with Mrs. Stevens and William to represent those 52 Americans and their heroic families here with you this morning. Folks, there simply aren't any appropriate words to adequately express our heartfelt appreciation for the honor you have bestowed upon us. God bless you, and God bless America.